Welcome to Framework Fortune. I'm your host, Ben. Now let's get into what is going on in the stock market. Oh boy, what do I got all back here? Let's hide some things here. It's been a busy weekend. My office is a mess. I'll take that water though. That's what I brought that in here for. It's alright. There we go. We'll make it work. Anyway, that's not important. What's important is what is happening in the stock market. Actually need to get a little bit set up here from that long weekend. It's messing around with a few things. Okay, there we go. Alright, so the NASDAQ having a rebound here today so far. But looking at the overall NASDAQ, this is not much of a rebound. We're just running right into this 10-day moving average, which we have not been able to break over since we had this little crash here. We've just been smacking against it. So that's what, 11.7.5. That's what the NASDAQ's going to have to break to break this short-term downtrend. We have multiple downtrends. It's just nasty looking. I doubt that we're going to have much of a rebound. Even if we do, maybe investors are thinking it's cheap prices enough to start getting in some things, and we see a little push up, maybe back to that 13. But I really don't think so. I'm really doubtful that we see much of anything at this point until the Feds reverse course. I am calling it now. The Feds are going to reverse course, and they are going to drop interest rates back to zero and start the money printer back up. I think that's what's going to happen. Maybe by the end of the year. If not, it'll be next year. But they can't. They have... You guys have been following me, you know it's a joke. Their little half a point and 3/4 point rate hikes against inflation that's over 10% and still going. But anyway, let's see how some of our commodities are. Now I do want to... There's a lot of stuff that happened over this weekend. So the first thing I want to talk about and some of the stocks I'm looking for is Biden's administration just raised premiums on the Medicare. So that means everybody's health insurance is about to go up. And that means that health insurance stocks should be getting some type of action, because if they're going to be making more money, then, obviously they might get some action. So I want to be looking at healthcare insurance stocks, not pharmaceuticals. Very, very important differentiation. There we go. I don't know. Whatever. Very important difference. Too early for me. That's my excuse. Even though all types of days when I stream I can't talk. So. But anyway. Oh boy, okay, so the high floats, we got a lot of green there, no surprise. Let's hit this market watch. A lot of green there with this rebound so far. That's Planet 13 I accidentally clicked on. How's oil doing? Oil is at 110. So oil's actually, look at the daily chart on oil here. You've got a double bottom starting to form. If oil can break back up and get back above the trend line. Because here's the thing, oil's been in this channel, this upper channel, for a long time. And it has dipped multiple times below that channel. And this is looking like just another little dip below that. I don't see any reason for oil to be coming back down. Also, if you didn't know, the Hoover Dam is getting shut down. And you guys can go verify all this. All you got to do is Google it. They're shutting the Hoover Dam down for the first time. So that's more American energy going away. I I don't know what to tell you, but I do not think gas prices and oil are going down at all. I mean, we're just destroying everything possible other than gas. And with the silver shortage and lithium shortage, EV cars are becoming less supply, high demand because nobody wants to pay these crazy gas prices. That's why I switched 2 years ago in the beginning of 2020 to EV when I was calling for all this to happen. And I have saved so much money on gas. And I'm not bragging. All I'm saying is when you pay attention, when you do your research and you stay ahead of what's happening economically, then you can always stay at an advantage. But if you ignore it, you ignore the opportunities, well, then that's on you. So, okay, on the top 10 NASDAQ gaining list, we got Nerve. Looks like this was probably a reverse split, I'm guessing. It's got to be, yeah. It's a reverse split. I don't like that. That looks Health Solutions. Oh, they're being taken private, so they're getting bought. Nothing there. CEA letter intent from Green Brothers Farm for potential $10 million in revenues. That's not a good press release because it says for potential. That farm could just say, nah, we ain't going to give those revenues. So right now, this hype that CEAD is getting, which actually it doesn't look bad on the daily chart. It is above all indicators. Okay, this looks like this might have IPO'd or uplisted from the OTC back in February. You got a downtrend right there. That's 225, 250. Huge resistance because that's the downtrend on the year. And that'd be the first time that it's been over that downtrend. So we'll keep an eye on it. What's the float? 40. Oh, no, 7 million in shares. Yeah, that can definitely get some action. Let's see. VALN. Pfizer investments. Not getting. Wow, what is going on here? 90 million euro investment from Pfizer. So Pfizer bought 8% stake in this company, but no volume on it whatsoever. It's only 53 million shares, but only 273. I'm gonna keep this on watch. I don't understand why that's not getting volume yet. And there is a possible U-shape forming. That possible break of 26. We're at 25. Ooh, so we gapped up. All right, I see. I see what's happening here. Let me fix these bars. I need to figure out how to make that permanent. Well, I don't have to do this all the time. It's so annoying. So we gapped up above the 50-day, and we're trying to hold it up. 25 is the support area. That's right there where it's held up so far. So if that can hold up and we start to see it push back towards that 26, a break of 26, it's got some room up to, wow, actually there's a gap to fill. We definitely got room to about 28.63 and then 30. And then, let's see, let me look back here a little bit. Oh, there's a little, yeah, that 27 area is going to be a little tough. There's a little dip right there. 30, yeah. That's pretty good PR, though. Pfizer investing, buying 8% stake. I just don't like where it's at on this daily chart because we're just kind of in the middle here. And I don't like being in the middle, but maybe if 25 holds up, I'll put it on the watch list for now. OBTX, nothing there. Looks like track. Wait, hold on a minute. That's a blockchain play. I'm going to put that on the watch list. Only 9 million in shares for a blockchain play. That's pretty low float. I'm expecting some type of crypto bounce here in the next couple of days. IHPA, that's below all indicators. I don't like that. No uptrend started. Phoenix New Media, this is an Asian company. So I mean, this is the Asian stock market, must be popping a little bit today. SRENE. Let's see, they had an exclusive agreement. This has been on a nice uptrend, but it's way off of this uptrend. So I don't want nothing to do with it today. You can see that's quite a ways off that uptrend. Oh, 388 million shares. I didn't realize that thing was that high float now. It used to be a low float play back in the day. Okay, I don't like none of that. CEAD, I think we're already looking at. HCTI, that hit that 200 day, got rejected. See, this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about on, what was that play we were just looking at? Too many tickers, too many tickers. Was it VALN? Yeah, VLAN, when I was saying it's like right in the middle, kind of in no man's land. And I mentioned it last week about another stock. Let's see, what was it? No, HCTI is a perfect example of that. Because where it opened up was right here in the middle in no man's land, and it did shoot up to 200-day moving average and then got dropped right back down. The moving averages of the 9 and the 50 are down here, so you're just in no man's land. I don't like those type of trades. That's why I'm a little iffy on CAD is trying to break this downtrend right now. How many float shares in the float? 7 million. I'm gonna start building a little bit of position here. I should have got it down at 2. I'm about 10 now, but it's starting to kind of make this U-shape. It's the only thing I'm really seeing that I kind of like on any of those lists. Let me pull that back up so we can keep an eye in case something new pops up. I need to go through my old list real quick. AUST. Let's see. Ruben, you found 3 ways of various difficulties of adding staking the C20W token. Nice. Sundial is up. That's awesome. Juno Smart Contract Hub ran on Cosmos. Yep. I will try to holler at you today, Ruben, but I do have that interview here in the next hour with CJD, the main developer of PKT. Where's my... Uh-oh. What was that play I was on? My brain just blanked out. I got distracted. Oh, yeah. No, that's AUST. I sold it on Friday because I didn't want to hold over the weekend. I closed the week green last week. It wasn't a huge green week, but it was decent. I need to figure out what play I was in. See how's Avi looking. Avi cracked that uptrend, so I'm going to take Avi off for now. Keep my crypto. Ooh, look at that on Mara. That is a beautiful uptrend on Mara. This is a blockchain play. Let me pop up trading view so I can see what cryptos are doing here. Oh, and by the way, we are now on Odyssey, Framework Fortune, and HH Trader. If you don't know what Odyssey is, it is a fully decentralized, wow, I just screwed that all up, fully decentralized social media platform. No censorship, none of that nonsense. I'm really thinking about Mara, if I could get this damn thing up to see what the cryptos are doing. Here we go. Come on. Yeah, Bitcoin's back over 20,000. Atoms up over 71 cents. Woo, boy. Crypto rebound already happening. I like that. So actually, crypto plays should be on launch at the moment. What was that stock that I bought those 10 shares in? Why is it not showing up? It's $2. Oh, it's CAD. That's right. Okay, let's put CEAD over here. Oh, I didn't realize it was up 107% though. It is up quite a bit. I kind of buying at the top on that. Glad I only bought 10 shares at the moment. I'm gonna let that chill out. I'm gonna take a look at some of these crypto plays. Ooh, BTCS, which if you didn't catch that third part of the interview with Charles Allen from BTCS, that video is on the channel now. And then here in the next day or two, me and Charles Allen got in an hour-long debate about crypto regulations. So that'll be coming out on the crypto channel here in another day, and then that will close the loop on that 4-part interview. It was just a lot of content. HYMC around 140. See, I mean, yeah, gold's still holding 1840. Gold's held up pretty well. Okay, let's see here. I'm in at 217 on CEAD. I'm going to give that a little bit more time before I look to add. Let's see, how's SIGA doing? SIGA's still bullish. Looking really nice, so definitely should be on watch probably all week. This is a monkeypox vaccine. Germany reports new monkeypox cases. Look here, the monkeypox is spreading. Oh, Lord. Gotta get that monkeypox vaccine money. Yeah, this is actually a dangerous entry the more that I think about it, because I got in way up here at that resistance after this thing ripped 100%. So that was not a good idea now that I think about it. I should have let it try to curl a little bit more, but I only did get that little starter position, so I think I'm okay. Well, I'm going to give that some time. I'm not feeling too confident on that. VVIK looks done. NIO, as I was saying last week, this EV truck play still going up. Nice uptrend. Starting to run in that 200-day resistance. So Riot, that's another one. Let's see, which one's flow or float? Riot or Mara? Oh no, what did I do? Let's see. Riot is 135 million shares. Let's take EVOC off. I don't like that. VALN, that's that one sitting on the 50 in the middle. OBTX, that other blockchain plays to do. Don't know why it was on there. TNXP, supposedly another monkey stock, but I don't like that one. Monkeypox. EPMW. I don't like the way that's moving. HCSCS. That looks horrible. Of course, the idea is gold. Mara's starting to break. I'm going to grab a couple shares of Mara here. I was only able to get 10. I don't think I have much of my funds available because I sold all my swings on Friday. They won't be available tomorrow, so that's alright. I'll start a little position here on Mara. Yeah, Mara is the lower float one at 100 million instead of 135 million. Plus, it looks like Mara maybe get more. No, Riot's actually got a little bit more volume, but the buying volume on Mara is real nice. Good. Let's see. Where are we at here? Oh yeah, it's hard. I get confused saying CJD's name. I'm gonna find out today what he likes to be called. Hopefully it's not CJD. Yeah, crypto had a small rebound last night. Awesome. You're finally mining PKT in the background while I work. There you go, Ruben. Get you some of that PKT. PKT's held up most better. I don't even think that's English. Better than most assets across all markets here this past week. Okay. Yeah, I heard that your links have kittens. That's really cool. Lynx kittens, kind of rare, I think. I'm not a cat person, so I'll just be honest. You're not gonna get that much excitingness out of me. I'm a dog person. Me and cats, we've got history. Wonder if BTBT's moving up today. That's another crypto play. I mean, we're seeing green across the market at the moment, but it's not that promising. Okay, so see, now we're starting to possibly curl. I might add a little... what are you doing? Get off there. I didn't want you to come up. I'm going to add another 10 more. Puts me about 214. And now we're starting to get... we had the original uptrend, right? The original uptrend would have been something like this, but it cracked. So now we're kind of starting, possibly, this would be the new uptrend. Let me go into an hour chart. I'm sitting here looking at dailies. I'm good on the dailies. I know where we're at there. Yeah, on the hour chart, we went straight up. 9 days down at 150. Ooh, we'll see. We shall see. $2. $2 got to hold support. We need to see at 225 crack. I may even swing Mara. Yeah, I have internal clock like that as well, Ruben. But sometimes mine is cracked. Like last week, where I thought half of the week I was a day ahead of the actual day it was. Till Thursday. When I was trading like it was Friday in the stream. Can we hold up here on this push? Because, see, we had nice momentum moving up. Now we've lost some of that upward momentum on the intraday here on the 15-minute. The 1 hour, though, still green. So just got to push at 225. And Mara's looking beautiful, just going straight up this uptrend. It is running to the 200 at 775, so that's going to be some major resistance. It's going to have to break. Okay, CEAD needs to try to hold. Let's see. We actually got quite a bit of time on this candle. Yeah, Mara's pushing the 770 right now. Let's see if it can break 775. Let's CAD still holding over 2. Real quick, let's take a look at the actual cryptos to see how these rebounds look. So, yeah, come on, what are you doing? What did you do this to me for? There we go. Okay, so Bitcoin is in this little channel that I drew out that I was saying would most likely be the channel to hold. Bitcoin under 20,000 is real crazy. But yeah, you can see we're starting a little bit of an uptrend on cryptos over the last 3 days. We'll see if that continues or not. Ether, same pattern. Yeah, so we know what's up. I'm just giggling because I've been buying cryptos this whole time while they're low, so they're all up from where I just bought them from, which is nice. But anyway, let's try to get some of that crypto money in the stock market. Looks like we're coming up on that test. So I got enough to grab 5 more. I'd like to at least grab 5 more. I might have should not win at all on CEAD. Nope, I don't got enough to buy 5 more. And this is starting to look a little ugly. Starting to fail. Still got 10 minutes on that candle. So yeah, we're going to have to break this 200-day right here. $7.75, $8 both. Let me look on the daily chart, make sure we're not running into anything crazy. Gonna be some resistance at 850. I'm probably gonna just swing Mara. Up, CAD starting to pop back up again. See if I can grab 10 more of those. Yep, 10 more right there at 215. Alright, so I got 30. That's good enough. Pushing up into that resistance right now. Bid starting to stack at 215, holding 215. See if 215 starts to hold as support. Looks like it. That's what's going to make buyers comfortable. Up. Big buyer there at 214. Let's see if he can hold it up while new buyers come back in at 215. Let me go back into the hour chart. Yep, starting to hold 215. Mara having a little pullback off of that resistance. We are right at a indecision point of either this trend line cracking and this thing dropping, or we break this resistance and we start running. You can see we're just getting squeezed real tight. 215 still trying to hold. There's some buyers stepping back in. And they're getting pecked on. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I really didn't want to sell my AUST swing because gold's holding up so well. But like I said, when it cracked this uptrend on Friday, I just went ahead and locked out my profits. You can see right there where's, well, let's see, that's where I bought more. Yeah, there's all the positions, all the position building I did up for that swing while it was down here at nothing. Down here like $1. Yeah, right under $2. So, you know, I sold here. Nice little swing. But I probably look. That's why it's number 1 on my list, is because I'm looking to get back into it myself, probably. At some point, I'm just kind of waiting for gold to make up its mind, because gold's had a major resistance support area. It cracked that 1850, and it's trying to get back above it. So I'm just kind of like, Up. What you doing, CAD? You starting to get frisky? We're almost up to that 225 area. Let's see if we're going to get a little frisk here. Mara's pushing still at 770. Give me a little frisk. Give me a little pop up to 250. I'll take that. That'd be alright. That'd be what? 25 cents on 30 shares? I could use a little more. You could go up $1. Go to about 315. What in the hell? Thank you, Stonks and Chomps, for coming in and taking out the. Wow. Oh, Ruben, here, let me make you moderator real quick of this channel. I didn't realize that you wouldn't. I think you're moderator on the other channel, but. There we go. I didn't realize you want a moderator on this channel. That way you can help Lauren when you're around. That's some of the craziest spam we've gotten in the chat yet. That is some wild stuff there. So we got rejected off 220. Still sketchy. Still testing that 215 area as support. Do have like a 5-day uptrend on Mara as well. Bottoms down at 680. So it may be a little high. It may have to reject off here, but I only got those 10 shares. I may, if it does drop back down like 7, I could add. CAD is trying. Let's see. Give me just a second. We're about 45 minutes in. I need to check a few messages. I'm going to take a quick little break. And I'll be right back. Oh, look, there's my favorite, one of my favorite little trolls, Daniel B. I missed you. Mwah. My little sweet boy. My little sweet troll. But yeah, I'll be right back, guys. All right, it looks like we may start to crack here on CEAD. What's the NQ doing? Is it? It's trying to rebound some more, but it is running into some pressure. Starting to see now, now that that candle's opened right in the middle of all my lines, you can kind of see how it just feels like chaos right there. That 215 just needs to hold up though. It's the perfect U shape. If this candle here can just close over 215. See, we haven't had. Did that one close over 215? Yeah, that last one did close over 215. Okay, well that's a decent sign there. This candle just needs to get back over it and hold. Yeah, Mara's kind of going flat against that 775 area. That's got to break soon as well. But that may come back down. What's Veru doing? Yeah, Veru's still quite a ways off of that trend line. AERC was a nice trade it took last week. That actually looks like, you can see where it's come down to the trend line. Spread this out. Yeah, that's starting to look nice. We got a trend line since, when was that? No. Started about 3 weeks ago, it looks like. And we just had that shoot up to the 200. Yeah, this is high alert this week. I would definitely put AERC on your watch list for a possible re-break of 20 and move up to about 23 or 25. All right, CEAD, what are you going to do here? Make up your mind. I don't know if it's going to get it. It's starting to look weak. We do not want to see this candle turn red on the 1 hour chart. We got 40 minutes left on that candle. But if this starts turning red, then that's going to start looking like a double flat top there across the tops of these two bodies. Very close. Buyers need to be coming back in. There's some pretty big orders sitting at 208 actually. And they're adding. But these could be shorters trying to short on the bid. We'll see if the price bounces back up here or not. So if it's not shorters, buyers should start coming in over these big bids. But if buyers don't come over these big bids, then that's shorters. And they're starting to get filled. That may be a short. Yeah, that was looking like that might have been short. We cracked below 2, I'm out. Oh my goodness. Um, yeah, I do too. I do too. I hope you did too, Ruben. Let's see here. To answer Daniel B's question, first I'm going to put a stop loss in here because I do not like the way this is starting to look. I'm going to put it at 194. Because if it cracks below, let me blow this up. If it cracks below this wick here at $1.99, this is about to crash, and that's the way it's starting to look. Huh. Huh. Oh, you're trolling, Daniel B. I got you. I got you. As I've said multiple times, I'm not going to trade with a ton of money in the stock market when I am bearish on the stock market and I don't like the volatility. Not only that, it's a centralized exchange. If they want to, they can freeze your funds. And while everything is in the crashing volatility mode that we're in, I don't really want my money to be in the stock market like that. I mean, I'm trading, but like I said, with small amounts. And see, that was a short. That was a perfect example. I need to cut this out of this video and post that. That was a perfect example of just because you see people stacking on the bid doesn't necessarily mean they are buyers. Or if they're stacking over here doesn't necessarily mean they are sellers just because you have the bid size and the ask size. You can buy on either side or sell on either side. So when we had all them huge orders at that area, at that 2.4, I think it was like 2, no, it might have been 215 or 210, something like that, I don't remember, where they were piled up and then they started getting taken out, and then boom. You know, that was shorters trying to sell their position or build their positions on the bids, right? Because you sell, when you short, you sell the shares that you borrow from the broker, but you can sell them on the bid or the ask, and then when you cover, you would buy back in either on the bid or the ask. But that was a perfect example of how don't get confused just because you see a bunch of people on the bid doesn't mean it's necessarily about the pop. We were at major resistance area with the downtrend and the trend line cracking. So that's why it started becoming pretty clear to me that that was more than likely shorters when we could not hold up this previous candle. And like I said, as soon as we cracked that $2 area, we were going to have a little dump. But yeah, I should absolutely cut that out. That was a beautiful call on that bid being short. So I lost $6 there, not a big deal. Starting off my week a little bit in the red. I still am in Mara though. Let's see. DB. I am a serious trader and investor. I don't. Why would I be in the stock market that hard when the stock market is crashing? Where you know where I'm at. You're like completely ignoring the whole entirety of all the rest of my entrepreneurially stuff and trading. Yes, I'm there. I'm not making a ton of money in the stock market. Like I said, I don't really want to be in it right now. I'll trade it. I'll day trade it and maybe swing a couple of plays that I like to swing. But I ain't going heavy. You go heavy all you want to. I'm going heavy where the prices are low. I'm going heavy at the precipice of death of the Nasdaq. I could go inverse ETFs and all of that, but I see way more returns in what I'm in and not in the even doing that. Like, I don't think you understand, Daniel B. This crypto crash did not hurt me at all. That's because I stake and get I get 100% interest on all of my staking positions. I get crazy interest in exchange fees for my liquidity pools in crypto. So why would I want to be going heavy in the Nasdaq that could crash when cryptos are super cheap and I could add to my staking and liquidity pool positions that are making me constant cash flow? I here soon, because of my mini crypto cash flows that I've set up. If you followed me on the crypto channel, here soon, uh, I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. So hate on me all you want. Try to trash me in the stock market because I'm not trading huge share size. It's like a wee wee measuring contest. Is that what you want to do? You want to measure wee wees, Daniel B? All right. Anyway. So I want to draw out. Why is there a line through my head? What do you mean you're asking? You're asking me if I'm willing to be a serious trader investor, and you don't mean anything by that? That's pretty condescending. It's a nice troll though, but listen, we're not gonna get into the troll chaos today, all right? I'm not playing with you trolls. What, Hector? What are you talking about as far as a line through my screen? A gray line on the screen. Is anybody else seeing a gray line on the screen? You might just want to refresh. I'm not seeing that on my side whatsoever. Yeah, Mara's starting to really curl as well. Let's see how this crypto's doing. Now, once the market completely crashes, as I was saying, I believe it was Friday, then once the prices are super low, then yeah, I'm going to be looking for, as I said, dividend stocks. I'm going to be looking for those positions. Dividend stocks that are a lot cheaper when the market crashes that still have high dividend percentage payouts, like MNDO, as I talked about Friday. But, you know, when you trade multiple markets, not just the stock market, you don't have to be all in one market. nor would I want to be all in on one market. I'm not all in on cryptos. I got gold and silver and all that stuff. But like I said, I sold all my stock positions at the beginning, right before the beginning of this year, right before the market crashed. Told everybody that in the streams that I was getting out, and now I'm out. So yeah, I'm trading with a small amount of money, but it doesn't matter. Still, the trading strategies and everything that I use, regardless if I trade 10 shares or you have a similar strategy and you trade 1,000 shares, is no difference. It's still uptrends and still support and resistance and price action. I do these live streams to teach, Daniel B, not to sit here and make tons of money. Now, like I said, when the market crashes, it gets to prices that I like, then I'll get heavier. I'll get back heavier in the stock market. But until then, I'm just sticking to my analysis. How long have I been trading, Hector? Oh, at this point, 6 years. I started back at the beginning. Actually, before the major pot stock run. I started a little bit before that. That's what got me into the stock market and trading in general, was the marijuana stocks that were starting to pop up because of everything going legal. Yeah, but you never stop learning. That's the thing. You're never a master. You're never a guru. There's always more to learn. Always more to learn. I don't know why I'm on Sigga. Let me get back over to Mara. Keep an eye on it. So through my journey, and at the end of, I believe it was 2019, I got into cryptos. So, I research across all markets, cryptos, economics, everything. I got into economics, researching economics and how it all works and economic systems and all that about 3 years ago. And then once I learned all of that, that's when I called this crash that we're currently in, because I did tons of research and it was showing, this crash was obvious. The only people it wasn't obvious to was people who were listening to the news, the mainstream media. I'm not a genius. I didn't call this crash because it was like some special strategy I used to figure it out. I research and I pay attention every single day to everything going on. So, yeah, CAD continuing to crack. Once you get that trend line crack, blood in the water, them shorters are going to come in more like little evil piranhas. They see that crack. This trend line is like it's like a bridge or a dock or something. Let's just call it a dock. If it was flat, it'd be a dock. So you're walking up your little flat dock, and then all of a sudden your foot slips in the water, and one of those little piranhas grabs a toe, and a little bit of blood starts coming out in that water. Well, guess what? All them other shortened piranhas smell that little blood toe, and they come flying in, and they can jump. So they jump out of that. They jump out of the water onto the dock, and they just yank you down into the water and just tear you up. And that's basically what happened here with those shorts on CEAD. Yeah, Mara looks like it may crack. It's got this nice triangle, but let's see. It's going to depend on Bitcoin and Ethereum if they keep rebounding. They're looking all right for now. Bitcoin's got to break, what, 22? Yeah, 22 to start moving again. No, I don't do personal classes because it just takes too much time. If I was to do personal classes, then, it would take all week for me to do 15 personal classes or something like that. So there's nothing that I hide or keep behind a paywall. There's no membership to join or anything like that. You come in the Discord, join the Discord, it's free. I'm not holding anything back on these live streams. I'm not holding any secret sauce or anything like that. Everything I do is for free. So for you guys anyway. I don't make money off of people trying to learn. I make money off of the companies that want to advertise to you. They're going to advertise to you regardless. So at least the money comes into the Framework Fortune community, and then we can use it to do other projects like a digital land acquisition DAO, which is basically like a REIT in the stock market. If you don't know what a REIT is, it's a real estate investment trust. One of my favorite REITs. This is another pot stock, one of the original pot stocks that I got into, IIPR. But basically, all a REIT is it's similar to a stock. It's a share into a company, but REITs are required by law to pay out 90% of their profits to shareholders. So you tend to get some pretty big dividends on these real estate investment trusts, these REITs. So the idea I had was do it with digital real estate. And of course, the old school traders and investors who don't like cryptos and blockchain will probably think this idea is crazy. But anybody who is in the Discord will have the chance to get an airdrop of DLAD, the Digital Land Acquisition DAO, and of course the Framework Fortune DAO for the Trading League and Learn and Earn Academy. That is coming soon. So you'll be getting airdrops for both if you get in the Discord or sign up on frameworkfortune.com. One of the two or both. We got the naked people in here again. What's going on? What is it? Get the... Hey, Naked HD, listen here, bro. You need to get out of my channel with all your... The only whore around here is you. So you get... we're just gonna... Yeah, there we go. Get out of here. But what was you saying, Hector? What was I talking about? Ooh, Mara's starting to crack. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut Mara as well. I'll just take the little 85-cent loss. I wanted to swing it, but I feel like I'm too high off of this trend line. If we go into the 4-hour chart. And plus, I don't know if cryptos are ready to rebound that hard quite yet. See, we're running that 50-day. Actually, it may try to hold up 750, but I don't like that it lost momentum. So all in all, I'm $7 in loss today. Not a bad. I'm not going to hold and take any big losses. According to my... yeah, I was just kind of buying a little high today. I bought both plays way off of the trend line, and that was pretty stupid, I would say, on my part. I like to get the trend line buys, the support buys, and I kind of bought at the top on both of these. So that was not a great, neither one of these great entries. But whatever, minimize the loss. No big deal. No worries, Ruben. All right, see what time it is. Because I do got to get to that interview with CJD. Yeah, we're almost there. Okay, so we'll get a stream about 15 more minutes here. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and get those questions in. In the meanwhile, I'll look around, see if there's anything that shows any potential throughout this week. INDO has gotten very cheap as oil has been holding down. BTCS has gotten pretty cheap as well, but that's a crypto play, could fall. HYMC on this nice uptrend. Gold stock, one we've been talking about to keep on watch. That one's getting very, very close to making some type of move soon. Looks like it's just basically waiting on gold to pop that 1850 area. SIGA's the monkeypox stock. SIGA's still looking good. Actually looking pretty good. You've got the original uptrend. Well, actually, now that this is broken, let's remove that. And then right here is your... What are you doing? Come on, Thinkorswim. Stop playing my emotions. And you got this nice new uptrend that started once that triangle popped. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that triangle top. Get out of here. There we go. So basically SIGA is in this channel. Break at $12. And SIGA could start moving again. Especially if more news keeps coming out about this monkeypox stuff. Some resistance at 1250 there. Veru, another one that's on a nice uptrend, making a huge wedge. So still quite a ways away from the point of this wedge where it could break out, but it is down, sitting on this trend line and the 50-day moving average at about 1150. So that's one to keep on watch as well. Of course, AERC, I already said, keep that one on watch. HUSA, downtrending. Another oil play. Just MARP, same thing. Gotta wait for oil to come back up. Mara, we talked about. Riot, same thing. CEAD probably will not be on my watch list tomorrow. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. What did I say earlier? That 10-day moving average was in the way. And look at that, bent fishing rod style. You know, I made this pattern name up. There may be a name for it. Some people call it like a reverse U shape. But when you have this big spike that looks like your fishing rod, then all of a sudden you got that big fish pulling on the line. And we talked about those piranhas, same type of deal. That's your fishing line right there. The piranhas get on. They start bending your fishing rod. And they can pull this thing on down. You have a fight. So we had a nice bounce off of that uptrend. But looks like that fishing rod is going to give up here. We'll probably see this the rest of the day. A retest of 11.5 as support. Okay, NIO still looking pretty decent. Riot's the other blockchain play. That VALN, what was the deal about? Oh yeah, that's the one where the Pfizer bought stake in. It's not doing anything. DRD, another gold play, pays out dividends. One to keep an eye on. Blue, this was not one. No, I don't like blue. Take it off my list. BTBT. Yeah, BTBT did have a little pop today. And also has a little start of an uptrend possibly. Another crypto play. So we see these uptrends confirm on these crypto stocks. And I bet we have that started on Coinbase. So actually Coinbase ripped $7 today. And it has had an uptrend as well off of that uptrend. Has major resistance right through here, like 56, 50, well, let's just say 55. 55 is a nice whole number. Come on down here. There we go.
So that's a nice wedge on that 15-minute 15-minute chart. You can see the wedge as well, the little triangle on the daily chart. It's broken out. Coinbase has that bent fishing rod as well. So more than likely we'll see it come back down to 55, test that area of support, and then possibly bounce there if cryptos keep bouncing. We'll see. So yeah, actually a lot of the crypto plays starting to get some attention today. SWN, that thing has cracked out of its big channel. Almost down to that $6 area, which at 200 is about at 6 as well. A lot of support though. That was previous resistance back through there. So it's a pretty hard sell off too. It just needs to break that uptrend, re-break a 7, and Swan or whatever that is. This is the energy stock too, so if oil starts to go up, then this energy stock will probably start moving. MREO, somebody was watching this Friday. It did pretty good, having a crack off the trend line, but ran all the way up to $1.75. Just right here at this 200-day, trying to build support, but getting rejected at 150, so a little sketchy. And actually, on this 15-minute, let me put this in the hour chart. This is a head and shoulders pattern starting to form. So you got a shoulder here. Okay, man. Shoulder here. All this is shoulder. Big pointy head, and now we're starting to form a second shoulder, so more than likely MREO is going to drop down, finish that arm down like it had the arm up to the shoulder. So I'm going to take that off the watch list. I'm pretty sure that's not going to do much. And then MNDO, of course, is the one I'm watching to really drop in price when the market crashes. That's pretty much all that is on my watch list at the moment. I am going to do some more research on those health insurance stocks. Let's see. I just beat you on the last one. Uptrend. Am I really calling the bottom on crypto? Hey, there's Austin. What's up, buddy? The Rooster, hopefully starting his YouTube channel soon and joining the Framework Fortune Network. Great technical analysis. And Rooster, actually, let me go ahead and give credit where credit is due. In the Framework Fortune Discord, we had a discussion where he said crypto was going to fall lower back when Bitcoin and Ethereum were at 30,000 and 2,000, and they were trying to hold. They held there for a while. He said that Bitcoin was probably going to go down to 20K from his analysis, and he was right. I was wrong because I thought we were going to start to see a rebound, but I did not expect that the Luna UST crash to happen with cryptos. But am I calling a bottom for cryptos? Not necessarily. Here's the thing. Cryptos are not like the stock market. As much as people want to make them like the stock market, they're not. There's a major difference. The major difference is with a stock that is an asset, and with a crypto that is a currency. So those are two different things to begin with. Now, cryptos can be assets. Anything can be an asset if it's growing your wealth. But you also have to look at what backs them. So a company backs the stock. The crypto is backed by, depending on the project, right? So there's a ton of cryptos out there. I'm not saying that we're going to start seeing rebounds on every single crypto in the market. What I'm saying is we've seen enough sell-off now. I mean, cryptos are basically 100% down on the year. and they usually rebound a lot faster than they crash. They'll crash like they just did, and then they'll start to rebound kind of slow, and then all of a sudden they take off. But the projects that I'm particularly looking at, yes, I am bullish on them, and I have been buying them, no doubt, no doubt, at the prices that they're at. As I was saying earlier in the stream, I have multiple ways that I cash flow my cryptos. I don't just sit there and buy and hold cryptos and hope that they go up. That is not the way that you do cryptos. I mean, you can day trade them certainly, you can swing trade them certainly, but your gains on those can be some very nice gains if we're in a hot market right now. The crypto market is not that hot except for the rebounds that's starting to happen. But I mean, for one, I'm not bullish on Bitcoin. I don't like Bitcoin. I've never liked Bitcoin. So I don't really care what Bitcoin is doing. I don't really have any money in Bitcoin or any projects that are on Bitcoin. So it doesn't matter to me. So like, for example, what I was saying earlier, PKT, during all of this crash, and of course PKT is cheap and it's a smaller project, but I'm mining this. I'm getting PKT for free right now while it's under half a penny. Now, during the big crash, PKT didn't even hardly get affected. PKT was actually up during the crypto crash. It got all the way up to almost a penny, 3/4 of a penny. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, this is a penny, blah. You ain't gonna make no money off of that. But this thing just came out not very long ago. And if you've done the research behind this project, you know the potential that this project has. It's kind of the same as OTC market trading. You can find brand new companies on the OTC markets. If you don't know what the OTC markets is, that's over-the-counter markets, but they're a little bit less regulated, except for the OTCQB and the OTCQX. Most of those are newer companies building up, and the other one, the QX, is the international, so that's all going to be countries or stocks, companies from other countries. But you see some very new companies that will show up in there, and then they'll be pennies, they'll be, super cheap, and then when they start to make some type of headway, they start to make some profits, they can skyrocket hundreds of percents, even thousands of percents. Now, in the OTC, they can also never do anything and stay there at the same price. And that same thing can happen with crypto projects. Crypto projects are going to die, just like we see plenty of stocks in the stock market die and go to the OTC pink sheets and gray. The pink sheets and gray is where most stocks go to die. And that's going to be a similarity in the crypto market. Not every crypto project is going to make it. So the projects I'm bullish on, the projects that I'm watching very careful, like Cosmos Atom, for example. Cosmos Atom is down to $6-7 when it was up over 30-40 not too long ago. But when you go and do the research and you look at the Cosmos Atom token holder list, the token holders in that system are growing exponentially now because the price of the crypto is so cheap, so more people can get into it. And with Cosmos Atom, you can stake it. You're getting about 18% interest at the moment, but you also get airdrops from any new projects. That's a big difference from the stock market. You buy an OTC stock, there's not going to be another OTC company that is going to drop you some free shares of that company. With crypto projects, however, if they're built in an ecosystem or on a chain, in Cosmos's case, they're built in the Cosmos ecosystem with their own chains, you get airdrops along with that 17% interest staking. Not only that, liquidity pools. Like I said, you can provide liquidity pool. All a liquidity pool is, and I explain this very quickly and easily, because all it is this, what we're looking at right now. This is AUST versus USD, right? This is the chart in USD. So this would be how much US dollars it takes to buy AUST. Well, on this exchange, behind the scenes, there's what's called a liquidity pool. And that liquidity pool is going to have a ton of shares of AUST in it, as well as US dollar. So the exchanges or investors, whoever that filled up these pools in the NASDAQ, as the NASDAQ grow or as new projects come in, let's just say for AUST example, there's that one liquidity pool of AUST and US dollars. So all you're doing on the crypto side is putting in that AUST that we're watching now and US dollar at a 50% ratio. So people like we are doing right now today can buy and trade on the exchange. This is why I've been trying to tell everybody and get them leaning towards crypto, if you're not already, because you can sit here and trade on these exchanges that are already built up, or you can go and provide liquidity to the crypto exchanges that haven't built up yet, and you're going to get a fee, or you get a swap fee. So anytime somebody makes a buy or sell on Thinkorswim, they get a Thinkorswim gets a fee, right? At the moment, it's free commissions, but they're getting the fees in the spreads, the spreads between the bid and the ask. But that's really relevant to the point. No, PKT is definitely not a Ponzi. PKT has no chance to even be a Ponzi. You're absolutely wrong, DB. You're absolutely wrong about that. Let me see here real quick. Where did I lose that on the cryptos? Okay. Oh, Austin, you have a video made? Nice. Nice. No, I wouldn't say everyone's buying crypto. There's a lot of people buying crypto right now, but again, it's about the projects. It's not about, Bitcoin super cheap. Well, Bitcoin may never go back up. Bitcoin is falling behind. Its blockchain technology has security over all the other blockchains, but it takes 10 minutes to send money on blockchain. Cosmos Atom, you can send money like that. Like, as soon as you send, that money is going. It is going, and it's going to be in your account, or if you're swapping, or any of the stuff I'm talking about. But back what I was saying about the liquidity pool, you get part of the fees for every single trade that happens on those exchanges. So if AUST was a crypto and you were putting 50% AUST in the pool, 50% USD in the pool, then anytime somebody would trade, you would get a part of all those exchange fees, as well as a high APR from the exchange for you helping provide the liquidity. Like right now, I'm continuing to build the position while prices are low. I'm in a osmosis wrapped Ethereum liquidity pool. So at the moment, I'm gaining 84%. When the pool started, it was at 400%, but I'm gaining, interest on Ethereum and osmosis constantly. Every single day, I'm getting more and more of those coins. So it's not that I don't like the stock market anymore. I still like the stock market. I just don't like where the stock market is at. When the stock market hits an area of prices that I like, then yeah, I'll go heavier. But now cryptos are super dirt cheap, especially the projects that I like, that I've done my research on, that I know are going to continue to cash flow for me, because that's what I'm about. I don't look, my strategies as a day trader, I have my strategies. But overall, my entrepreneur strategies is to grow as many incomes as possible. So day trading on these stocks, that is a one income stream. Then I can trade cryptos. It's another income stream. But then you start adding in staking cryptos, liquidity pool providing, airdrops. If you get into P2E gaming like Gods Unchained, EV.io, the new shooter that I've been messing with, those are more income streams. So, Kinesis Gold and Silver. Kinesis Gold and Silver. Crypto backed by gold and silver. You put money into their gold and silver, their KAU token and KAG token, you'll gain interest on gold and silver. So that's what it's about. It's about stacking as many revenues. You limit yourself to just the stock market, well, then you're at the mercy of just the U.S. stock market. And another thing to keep an eye on, actually, before I get going here, I have started looking at foreign markets. So this is the Russian market, the Russian stock market after we crashed it with the sanctions. But if you look, the Russian stock market is almost back to this uptrend. So some Russian stocks could get some bounces. Their economy is not as bad as ours is. Even though the sanctions hurt, Russia was able to reduce some of that with the ruble. Chinese stock market. I think this is Chinese stock market. Let me make sure. Yeah, this is the Chinese, the China 100 or whatever. Actually, what this doesn't give me button. Let me take that one off. I think this is the right one. Okay, this is the Chinese Securities Leading Enterprise Index. But you see, the Chinese index is on an uptrend since the beginning of May, and we got a nice little U-shape forming where the NASDAQ looks like ultimate death. We got a long ways we can fall on the NASDAQ. But the most interesting one is the NASDAQ Brazil. So if you look at Brazil, and I got a couple of them up here, but if you look at Brazil's stock market, since 2013, it looks nice and natural. Now, there's some major resistance at that $1,000 area, but we draw this trend line. And bada boom, look at this giant wedge that goes back starting in 2016, and the Brazilian stock market is right on that trend line. So there's not only the U.S. stock market you can trade other markets, and that's where I'm starting to look until the U.S. market crashes, looking at markets that are down but are healthy, like the Brazil stock market. This is a nice looking healthy stock market. And some of y'all were talking about Forex earlier, but you look like, so right here's something I want to show you guys. This is where they did the sanctions and crashed the ruble, and Putin started buying the gold, and you look at the ruble, or look at the ruble versus the US dollar now since he started putting it on gold. He's reversed most of that damage. Actually, he's reversed all the damage from the sanctions, and the ruble is strengthening against the US dollar on a straight up uptrend. And that right there shows how weak our economy is, our US economy. When we did a financial attack, all those sanctions on Russia, and Russia, all they had to do was just start buying gold with the ruble. That shows a huge weakness in the US dollar and adds to my confirmation that the US dollar, we may be seeing a crash. Of course, Austin, always. Gun paint. What's up, Andy Dirks? And we got Crypto King in here too. How's it going? Crypto projects equal give me your money. How is that different from stock companies? You invest in companies, they want you to give them their money. That's the stock market. So what's the difference? Okay. Andy Dirks, they will be cheaper. You're in love. Bob, I know, man, I know. Baba, you're big on Baba Austin. You can start your YouTube channel. You can talk about Baba all you want. I'll promote everybody I can over there to listen to you talk about Baba. But showing that the Chinese market going up, Baba could start to get bullish. DB, if U.S. market crashes, do you think other markets will be all right? Yes, they will be. That's why I was showing you the Brazilian economy, DB. The Brazilian economy is doing very good. I've been bullish for the last year on South American countries ever since El Salvador made Bitcoin their currency, right? So, yes, just because the U.S. dollar crashes and the U.S. stock market crashes does not mean it's the end of the world. There are going to be other countries' currencies that go up because the U.S. dollar is going down. Hence, the very huge globally traded market of Forex, Daniel B. Forex exists for that reason alone, because there is more than one currency. Just because the U.S. dollar crashes does not mean it's an apocalypse, does not mean it's the end of the world. I mean, at this point, with everything going on, does it really surprise you that if anything else crazy happens? It shouldn't if you're getting surprised by the economy continuing to get worse and worse. Well, I don't know where you've been. All you have to do is walk outside. Power grids are down across Milwaukee, all over the place. There's police, like the amount of sirens I've heard in the last 2 weeks alone is unbelievable. Like, you know what? I ain't gonna argue with you anymore. I gotta get going and get to this interview with CJDNS. All I got to say is, don't believe me, just watch. Alright guys, appreciate everybody joining me as always. We will be back tomorrow for another crypto live stream. And probably, or not crypto, well yeah, we'll be back tomorrow on the crypto channel for another crypto live stream. And I'll be doing a live stream here, same time for some more stock trading. We'll see, what happens with the NQ overnight over the futures and all of that good stuff. But it is a short week. It's Tuesday. We only got 3 days left in this market, and we're in all of this volatility and sketchiness. So just don't be surprised to see any crazy drastic moves in any market. All markets. Cryptos could go lower. That's possible. Cryptos could have a hard rebound. Like I said, the NASDAQ could try to rebound off of this 11.5 area for a little while. But I don't know. This is a big indecision week where there's a lot of indecision across every single market. Investors are scratching their heads right now of what to do. And part of that is because when you price everything in US dollar and you look at everything in US dollar and you're like Daniel B and think the US dollar is the end all be all of currencies, you are blinded by your own ego or ignorance or something. I don't know what you're blinded by, but the US dollar is only one currency out of tons of currencies. It's only one economy out of multiple economies. It's not that big a deal to see a major economy crash. It's happened already before in the past. We can go through all the crashes if you'd like, DB. You know them all. The Great Depression, the 1980s deal, 2000 .com crash, 2008 housing crash, the 2020 COVID dip, the 2019 market repo crash that was covered up and nobody even knew about. Now the crypto crash, like nothing is safe. Okay? This is all in trading and investing. There is risk. Nothing is safe. So whether you trade the stock market, cryptos, forex, commodities, whatever you're trading, just be careful out there and just know that right now is very risky. And at the same time, where there's a lot of risk, there can be a lot of potential. But just be smart. Just be smart. Pay attention. Do your research, no matter what it is. I just saw breaking news on my phone, but it's nothing big. But yeah, we'll be back. You guys have a great rest of your day. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until